Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Backtracks Australia. In this video, I'm just going to show you a few upgraded items that I've acquired through new products being released or updated, or me just bumping into something else, a forum, or someone who's made a suggestion, and I've gone and upgraded, and I found that this has actually been brilliant. I'm going to take all of these items that I'm going to show you on my next through hike. My Crocs, the Swiftwater Crocs, I absolutely love them, and they've released a brand new version. They look very similar. They've changed their colors and they've changed the density and the thickness of the material. So I found that the base, this is a lot thicker, a lot heavier, and there's a lot of weight in that. So, I mean, if you're considering a camp shoe or a water shoe, I highly recommend you look into the Swiftwater Crocs. I picked these up at Anaconda. You can probably get them online too. They're Crocs. Get them from their main website probably, but yeah, I highly recommend them. They stop your toe from getting stubbed if you're walking in murky water and you can't see what you're walking into. And they're good camp shoe that just keep your feet off the ground. They don't get dusty. They dry. There's heaps of, I guess, breathability in the material because they're designed to dry out after getting wet quickly. So yeah, I love this new upgrade. It's fantastic. They're about $60 or $70. And yeah, they weigh half as much as the old set, so yes, good job, Crocs. Next up, gloves. So the old set of Outdoor Research fleeces I had, they're just wind stoppers. They're, very lightweight, they're functional, they've got a nice strap here to help pull the glove on because they fit nice and snugly. I love them, but I was frustrated that I could never use my phone with them on. I take a lot of photos, I do a lot of videoing when I'm on the trail, and to have to take my glove off every time I want to use my phone to start and stop the video is quite frustrating because it doesn't have that little material on there that allows you to do so. I could just cut some material off and stitch it on, but yeah, I've just gone and bought a new set of gloves. These are actually lighter. They are fleece. I don't know if they're going to be similar in warmth. I don't think they're going to stop the wind well as what these Outdoor Research ones do, because they feel like they've got an extra layer in amongst the fleece that blocks the wind out, where this just feels like it's just fleece, and it's got some nice grip underneath in the palm to make it a bit more stronger, and you can grip things a lot easier. So look, they're lightweight. It's just that little extra bit of warmth because I'm not getting to sub-zero temperatures. I don't need anything more than this. Certainly don't need a waterproof pair. That's, this will just do. So you can use your thumb and you can also use your index finger. It's got that material on it. As simple as that. You can use your phone. I can use my phone now. So that's a fantastic upgrade there. Up next, so I've upgraded my Sunhat. So this is my old hat. It's good. It had lots of ventilation. I mean, it looks a bit doopy, but it's a Kathmandu. It's just a standard Sunhat. Nothing special. You've got some extra flaps that can be tucked away inside the hat if you want some more dignity. But I always had them out because I would rather not get sunburnt. And they're okay. I mean, they break into sections, so I found that they could move around, and yeah, it was frustrating at times. I didn't quite like that design because they would move and they wouldn't cover correctly. And anyway, so that's my old Sunhat. It's been thrashed. I've taken this on the Bibbulmun through hike, the Great Southwest through hike, and various hikes here and there over the last 5 or 6 years. So it's had its use, but I've now upgraded to the Sunday afternoon hat. I got this from Wild Earth. The front of it has a broad brim, so it keeps you nice and shaded on the front, and on the back it's compatible, I guess, with a pack, so it keeps your neck and everything else shaded at the back and doesn't get in the way with that pack, which I think is fantastic. If you want, you can take this little panel of cloth off and you can stick this hat that bit up. So I mean, and it sort of turns itself into a cap. You can sort of fold it in somehow, turns into a cap with a big brim. That looks ridiculous, so I think it looks better out like that. And then you've got this adjustment here at the back to really get that fit snugly on your head and you won't lose it. And you've also got the standard neck strap anyway, so you tie this up and below your chin or behind your head, and this hat isn't going anywhere. It's got the standard sweatband, and that can actually, that like folds out, which I haven't seen before, so that can dry real quickly. I think that's a nice little design like feature. Yeah, it pops back in to suck up all the sweat. It's got plenty of ventilation holes. I think this is a huge upgrade from what I had, so I'm really happy to be bringing that on my next through hike with me. Moving on next, as you've seen in other videos, I've recently just bought the Zpacks, and I also recently bought the Petzyl E-light, because I wanted to see if I could manage a light this small, and I couldn't. It's not quite bright enough for me, so I got the Zpacks. I thought that was the next best thing because it didn't have this big strap floating around. It was just nice and compact, and simple design. I put an additional battery in the back that you can just charge straight from a power bank as opposed to using disposable AAAs. So I thought that was a great design. The Zpacks weighs about 64 grams, but I've upgraded to the Petzyl's Bindi, which weighs 34 grams. And I think this guy's a lot more versatile. It's got the annoying strap, but I think I've cut the weight pretty much in half. It goes on your head, you can hang it around your neck. It's got a sort of a swivel here. You can charge it directly off of your power bank, that's already built in. It's got a lockout, so if you tap the button, you can't accidentally turn it on in your pocket like you can with the Petzyl Zpacks. That's the biggest downside of this light. And the fact that you can't also direct it on your head. It sort of sits on that one spot on your head. There's no hinge adjustment there, where this one there is. You can see it swivels inside its mounting. It's got the red light, it's got the white light. It's not quite as bright as the Zpacks, but you don't need it to be this bright. This is overkill, and I'd never use it on full power. I'd only ever use it on low to moderate power. So I haven't taken this guy out on the trail, but I'm really excited to. It's half the weight, it's a little bit smaller, it's got the dingly dangly cord, but you know, so be it. I'm excited with that upgrade and disappointed I didn't just get this the first time around. But anyway, moving on. This isn't really a new addition. I hiked with the Cedar Summit Spinifex Gaiters before, but what I've done is upgraded the Gaiter ties that go underneath the boot or your shoe. So underneath these ties, they secure the gaiter to your foot and they don't fall off. The Spinifex Gaiters comes with a rope. I basically wore through that. And so I went and bought this cable. I got that from Macpac, and it was probably about $13 or $14, so it wasn't too expensive, and it's a great upgrade. And it's just, I wish Cedar Summit did this in the first place, because it's superior and I find it doesn't damage the shoe at all. It's not rubbing in. So yeah, that's just a small little addition there I thought I'd note. So I wouldn't say this is an upgrade as such, but these shoes are wearing out and I love them, and I wanted to buy another pair, and all I could find was the Gore-Tex version of these. So I thought, oh, I'll just buy a pair. I'd rather have these than have no protons at all. After doing a bit of research today, actually, there seems to be a new line of protons available on Catch of the Day for $90. So I might go and buy a couple just to put in my cupboard, because I just love these so much, and I don't get blisters. I don't want to try any other shoe. I just want to stick to these because I know they work, and they're light and they're good. They haven't given me any dramas. The only negative thing is just the laces wear out. So I've got these are the Gore-Tex model, which means it's waterproof, it's not breathable, and defies the whole point of basically having a nice lightweight breathable trail runner. But anyway, I bought them regardless, so I figured if I'm expecting torrential rain and I'm going to be slogging through mud and puddles, this might be actually more beneficial to take, provided it is cold. If it is warmer and I'm still like hiking through rain and puddles, I'll then take these guys, because then these shoes can dry out nice and quickly, and my feet won't get sweaty. So that's a shoe upgrade there. Next is sort of the way I pack my pack away upgrade. I used to just put everything into dry sacks and rely on the dry sacks and keeping all my clothing dry. I found that the Zpacks dry sacks, they're splash proof, but if you submerge them, the stuff inside will get wet. So I need a hike with a pack liner. And what I'm going to use is this, a Nyla Flume bag. I bought from the United States, but I'm sure there's some other comparable product in Australia. This is so lightweight. It weighs 25.9 grams or something like that. And what I've got is this little tie thing. It's called a Night Eyes 12-inch tie. So with my pack liner, I've got a tie. It's 12-inch. It comes in a 2-pack. They're 6 grams each, so it weighs next to nothing, and it cost me $10.50 for a pack of 2 from Wild Earth. You can get them in various sizes, like various lengths, but what I do is I just put everything in my pack inside this as a pack liner. At the top I bunch it up and then I shut it all closed, wrap it up with this, and that has kept it waterproof. It works exceptionally well. It is fairly fragile, but not, it's stronger than what I was actually surprised at how strong it actually was for how light it is. So I'm using this instead of a Cedar Summit Ultra Seal bag, which I found those eventually seep through water if you left them submerged long enough. But this is just plastic, nothing's getting through this, provided that you tie up the top airtight. Like you have to fold it over itself numerous amount of times, get this nice tight tie on the top. And yeah, this is a great ultralight sort of alternative to a regular like Ultra Seal Cedar Summit pack liner as an example. Okay, and the last, most exciting addition for last is 2 things: the fupa and the water bottle pouches. So basically I had the aqua clips from Zpacks. I didn't like them, they fell off, I lost half of them, and they're a pain in the butt. You can only put a 500ml sort of sized bottle on there, because if it's, I just found it's just too much otherwise, and the mechanism getting it on and off was a pain. And then then they fell out and I lost parts of it, and the rubber stopper on the bottom doesn't work and the Velcro rips out and it was no good. So I got these. I love these. You can put a 1 litre bottle in there. It's got a simple little elastic loop. You hook that over the top of the bottle, so if you tilt forward, it's not going to fall out. And they're so easy to get to. I'm drinking so much water on the trail now, which is fantastic, because I'd always dehydrate myself because I could never reach the side pockets at the back, which are apparently meant to be easy to get your water out of, but I could never do it. So I got 2 of them. I love them, they're awesome. And you know what, if I don't put a water bottle in them, I can take it off, or I can use them for something else. I could put other objects in there like my sunglasses or whatnot. It's an oversized storage option. But talking about oversized storage options, I've bought this pack because I want to keep everything light, and I'm thinking I could probably get away with going down to the Arc Blast because I've got all these extra bags. But the reason I get the bags is not to give me more storage capacity, but to give me more easy access to my items. So in the front of this one, I'd put my phone, I'd put my tripod, I'd put my electronics, like my microphone, a power bank if I need to charge my phone during the day. You know, quick to grab larger items I'd put in the front here. In the fin, I'd have my emergency items like my knife, a little bit of rope, and my personal locator beacon. And then in the other hip fin, then I would just put my snacks and nibbles and other items like that. My sunglasses can also go in one of these pockets too. Things like that. So I just like the easy to access storage on the front, so I don't have to stop and take my pack off and get to one of these side pouches to get my snacks out for the day, or open my pack up and get things out. So it's just another area to, I guess it changes the load around a bit. It puts a bit more load on the front of you, so it's not so much hanging off the back. Not that that makes a huge difference, because I'm only carrying a base weight of about 6.5 to 7 kilos. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There is actually one more thing, and I can't leave this out. There's just a few little upgrades to my electronics and like enjoyment, entertainment kind of things. So on the entertainment side, I usually carry a book around with me. I've upgraded to a Kindle. That comes in at 182 grams, which is a hell of a lot lighter than a standard paperback book. So yeah, and I've got a huge amount of books lined up ready to go here, even though I still haven't finished the one that you see me hiking around with, because I purely leave my book reading for when I hike, because I don't want to read through all the good books when I'm off trail. I'm going to save it. That's sort of a little bit of an enjoyment or incentive for at the end of the night to sit back and enjoy some books, and I don't want to read all the good ones because I'm very selective with reading. It's not my favoritist thing, wow. It's not my most favorite thing on the planet, but so that's a Kindle. I've also done a bit of upgrades to my electronic devices. So I've got a better charger that can charge my power bank quicker, because I have also upgraded that to a 20,000 milliamp Anker power bank as opposed to my old 10,000 milliamp charger. And that's because I will be doing videos and whatnot, and hopefully uploading and, you know, straight from the trail. Like I said earlier in the video at the start of the year, I want to upgrade my electronics setup, and this is one item with regards to that, and this is another very key item to that. I do have two other 10,000 milliamp power banks, so I can use them to supplement longer sections on the trail if I need to. The only thing I need to do is sort out what cables I'm going to take with me, because they come with very long ones. I need to find some shorter ones, and hopefully ones that I can swap the ends out with, so I can, you know, take 2 cables instead of taking 3 or 4 for the iPhone and for USB-C and the, you know, other various cable ends that you need. So that's that. Now, as you can see, well, no, as you can hear, hopefully you can notice the audio is a lot better, particularly because I'm filming indoors. Usually it's very echoey and quite quiet. So I've got a Rode wireless Go system that I'm using at the moment, and I've got that on, it keeps poking out. So yeah, this is the first time I'm using it for a video, so I'm hoping you notice a big difference. To go with that, I've also had to get a new iPhone adapter, because it's the iPhone 11 Pro, which is also another electronic update. That's a massive one. That thing set me back a few dollars, but it is so worth it. Like, if you haven't noticed the video quality, it should be a lot better. I know we're just inside, but these are the first videos I'm recording with my new camera, with my new microphone, so hopefully they're going to start to look a little bit better from this point onwards, because honestly, my footage from my last hikes, they're all drying up. With this coronavirus thing, I can't get out and get some new, you know, can't hit the trail, so I'm stuck inside at the moment doing these few videos for you. So hopefully you notice the increase in quality even though we're stuck inside. So to link in the Rode Wireless Go, I did have to use this little adapter, so which is the pain. So I've got a bunch of cables flopping around at the end of my iPhone at the moment. But yeah, hopefully it's all working, and the video comes out nice for us at the end of the day. But yeah, they're all the latest additions to my gear. The electronics, I guess, is actually the biggest one, because I do want to upload and stream videos from the trail somehow. And that's something I'm working through. I bought a few different apps to try out so I can edit on the trail. But I guess there's no really way to know how they'll actually go until we get out there and try it, because with average cell reception, that would put a bit of throw a spanner in the works there, but now we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'll stop rambling. If you like the video, hit the like button please, and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Thanks a lot for sticking around and watching my videos. I appreciate it. Stay safe, guys. Thanks. See you later.